From wind turbines to washing machines, high-speed trains to energy-saving light bulbs, electrical and electronic engineering is one of Europe's most important manufacturing sectors. 18,000 companies employ 2.8 million people and generate an annual turnover of 320 billion euros EU-wide. In terms of production value, it accounts for 21% of the worldwide total. Now the sector and the European Commission are looking towards the future with the launch in Brussels of the Electra Report, the work of an industrial policy group. It provides 20 recommendations for growth and investment to 2020 and beyond. One key message is that the EU needs the help of electrical and electronic engineering if it's going to cut CO2 emissions, save energy and boost renewables by its 2020 deadline.
Only with the help of modern technology, by the way, which basically already exists. They exist already. It's a problem of the uptake of these technologies. Only with the help of these technologies we can solve the problem, and at the same time we can create new, huge and promising market opportunities for European companies in the rest of the world.
It's in energy efficiency that the industry feels it's got a big contribution to make, potential that's not yet being fulfilled, according to Electra co-chairman Edward Krubasik.
In the absence of data, we have said, fine, we go at a few sectors that consume most of the energy or that produce most of the CO2. We haven't looked at how much it costs to reduce a ton of CO2. If we look at the economics of CO2 reduction, we find that energy efficiency is a key driver.
Installing energy-efficient technologies, he told the audience, is the more economical way of cutting carbon emissions, with wind and solar power more costly. The challenge now is to convince consumers, both domestic and industrial, to pay out up front with the prospect of actually saving money over the long term.
Everybody of us wishes new appliances in your house, new cars, more efficient cars. So it's always the issue to turn a wish into demand. And that's where you need regulation, where you need framework conditions, but at the end you need to invest, which means you need to make investment attractive.
We need also to see how, at the political level, such policies for using energy efficient products can be supported. That can be done through standards. That can be done through regulations, that can be done through fiscal incentives.
Education is also seen as important, both in educating consumers and in educating a new generation of electrical and electronic engineers. Giuliano Munizza represents ABB and also the European Association for Electricity Transmission and Distribution.
We have a problem of competences. We have really a problem of having young engineers much more devoted to this sector, and as a matter of fact we are lacking competences in our universities.
If European electrical and electronic engineering can attract trained new recruits and, importantly, more customers who want energy efficient products, it's not only the environment that's set to gain through lower CO2 emissions. The sector has registered an annual growth rate of 4% over the last decade. Adrian Harris, Secretary General of Orgalime, the European Engineering Industries Association, says there's now the potential to step that up substantially.
In the first phase, we would expect it to rise by 20 to 30 billion within a few years, extra growth. And in a horizon of 2020, we reckon about 100 billion euro extra turnover per year for the industry, both in Europe and, of course, on our export markets. You mustn't forget we're one of the main exporters.
Manufacturing in Europe has come a long way since the Industrial Revolution. The hope now for electrical and electronic engineering is that if all players, industry, consumers, lawmakers, dance to the same tune, another revolution could be in prospect.
And as in the late 19th and the late 20th centuries, it could again be the electrical and electronic engineering industry that facilitates a true industrial revolution.
In fact, so enthusiastic is Günter Verheugen about the Electra Report, he expressed a strong preference for turning it into a Commission communication for discussion by the European Parliament and Council.